mysterious figure known.
This is the new Dell AI PC with Intel inside.
So there's a couple of Roblox games that are about real missing people. I've talked about them before, but the biggest example is the true story of 99 Nights in the Forest. So when you first join into the game, you're already greeted with the message, this game is based on a true story. Some details have been changed. But now what exactly is real about this? Is it the deer that's actually based off of the whole Wendigo myth? Well, while that does have some historical significance, the real story comes from the 4 children that would go missing. Because this actually happened in real life, and they did actually go missing in the Amazon rainforest. But yeah, your whole goal in this game is to actually find the missing kids who are all scattered throughout the forest. But now what is actually the true story of the missing kids? Well, the story goes that on May 2023, there is a plane flying over the Amazon rainforest. The plane contained 3 adults and 4 children. Unfortunately though, the plane would eventually crash, leaving only the children and the mom alive. Though unfortunately for the mother, she would end up dying 4 days later after the crash. And now as for the kids, the oldest one was 13 years old, there's a 9-year-old, a 4-year-old, and an 11-month-old, all stranded in the Amazon rainforest. Yeah, it's actually crazy that they were able to survive for so long. The kids would eat fruit and seeds, as well as find a box of food airdropped by the army who were trying to look for them. Now, miraculously, the real story of the children is that after nearly 40 days in the Amazon rainforest, they would actually end up being rescued. Like, it's actually quite insane that they were able to survive for so long, but they also weren't alone. You know how 99 Nights in the Forest, there's the wolves that protects one of the child's den? Yeah, well, in the real story, the children actually mentioned that there was a dog that would show up and would stay with them for several days before vanishing into the jungle again. The children believed that the dog was actually protecting them. Yeah, now as to what exactly a dog is doing in the Amazon rainforest, there's theories that this dog was actually Wilson, which was a missing search and rescue dog. So I guess the military were trying to find the children and then accidentally lost Wilson, but then Wilson actually managed to find them and actually protect them. Kind of similar to 99 Nights in the Forest with the whole wolves protecting the child's location. Yeah, it says here in the hospital, using crayons, Leslie drew a picture of the dog sitting under a tree. In 99 Nights in the Forest, when you go rescue the kids, you do see some drawings on the ground made with crayon. But it's not a wolf, it's actually a deer, which kind of begs the question, could the deer actually be helping them? Now, did these survivors have to go through any Wendigos or cannibals like in the Roblox game? Well, no, not exactly. I'm sure they had to hide from a lot of the wildlife that's around the Amazon forest, and while cannibals do actually exist in certain places, thankfully this never occurred in the real story. But now we're going to an even more intense story about a famous killer known as Jeffrey Dahmer, because someone actually recreated his infamous apartment. Yeah, so if y'all don't know, Jeffrey Dahmer was actually a serial killer during the years of 1978 to 1991, and he would often make people go missing and leave a lot of their remains in his apartment. And yeah, even in this Roblox game right here, we go inside the bedroom. Yeah, we definitely don't want to know what's inside these bags. It's probably similar as to what's actually inside this box right here, which is actually 2 human skulls. Let's see, and then, oh, there's a strong scent coming up over here, and oh geez, yeah, that's a dead body, alright. Yeah, not gonna lie, this is a pretty crazy game that's been up for quite a while. Yeah, Dahmer has had 17 victims, but yeah, he would often make a lot of people go missing, but he would also retain a lot of his victims' skulls, kind of leaving them as trophies. But yeah, his apartment is actually quite infamous. Like, there's a lot of complaints about a foul smell emanating from apartment 213, in addition to the sounds of falling objects and the occasional sound of a chainsaw. Now, Dahmer would just reply saying that the scent was caused by his freezer breaking, causing all the contents to become spoiled.
At T. Rowe Price, we can guide you with the right solutions to help bring your...
But in reality, it's because he was hiding a lot of the missing people in his place. And yeah, it's kind of crazy how this Roblox game just has like a pretty dark, tragic, real story tied to this whole game. Yeah, look, there's even a saw right here as well as a knife. And I do recall that he does like to take... lot of pictures. Yeah, I know there was like a whole Netflix show about this a few years ago where the actor Evan Peters was actually terrified of playing this role. Yeah, he says that it was a challenge to try to have this person who was seemingly so normal, but underneath all of it had this entire world that he was keeping secret from everybody. Yeah, not gonna lie, I know there's this other Roblox game, it's called Hide the Body. I mean, it's very popular. And yeah, when you join the game, there's literally a house here called House 1995. Now, I know the whole Dahmer stuff happened in 91, but I kind of wonder if it's actually a direct reference. But yeah, in this game, you pretty much just get people to go inside your place. Hi, stranger, come on in. And then you just get a prompt that says to kill him. All right, buddy, where'd you go? Hello? And then you have to go and hide them. Here, I'm just gonna put your body in here. And yeah, that's literally the game. You just hide bodies around your place before your friend comes around and searches the area. Honestly, it's quite a morbid game and definitely gives me that whole Jeffrey Dahmer vibe. But now we have to talk about one of the more creepier disappearances that is hidden within multiple different Roblox games. And that's talking about the Cecil Hotel and the case that happened with a woman known as Elisa Lam. Yeah, like even in the description right here, I like the stories from the Cecil Hotel and I wanted to replicate that into a game. This game was inspired by the real life Cecil Hotel. And yeah, I'm not going to talk too much about the Cecil Hotel. I mean, all you need to know is that there's a lot of bad, scary things that would happen in this hotel. Oh geez, I already hear footsteps in this game. Oh, I hate this. Open up, please. Nope. Oh, what happened? Oh geez, what is... Oh, I didn't like that. Nope. But yeah, the Cecil Hotel, there was a lot of deaths that would occur, strange events going on, and one of them being the mysterious case of Elisa Lam. See, she was last seen alive on January 31st and was reported missing by her parents on February 8th. But now where exactly was Elisa Lam? Well, nobody had any clues as to where she was. That is until February 13th when the LAPD released a video about her last known sighting of her inside the Cecil Hotel's elevator. And this is what they actually found. So yeah, it's Lisa Lam acting very strange. You'll see like she's kind of hiding from someone or something, and she seems very spooked. Yeah, when the video footage would release, it would actually go viral, but a lot of people had the same question. What was going on in this footage? There's people saying that maybe she was trying to get the elevator to work to escape from someone who was pursuing her, and that's why she was constantly checking outside. Some people thought that there was otherworldly strange things happening, but regardless of all this, she would still go missing. And 6 more days would pass when guests at the Cecil Hotel would begin to complain about the low water pressure in their hotel rooms. There was also other complaints that the water was colored black and had an unusual taste to it. Yeah, when the hotel maintenance worker went to go check what was going on with the water, that's when he discovered Lisa Lam's body in one of the 4 1,000-gallon tanks located on the roof. Yeah, and these tanks here were providing water to the guest rooms, a kitchen, and a coffee shop. But now what was going on here? How was Lisa Lam's body in this tank? Well, remember back in the elevator footage? Well, it turns out she actually had a bipolar disorder, and there's a theory that during this footage here, she was having a psychotic episode. And yeah, because of this whole situation, it would eventually lead to her accidentally drowning. Now, there's still a lot of unresolved questions about this whole situation, like how did Elisa Lam gain access into the water tanks, especially with these tanks typically having a secured lid? And not only that, why weren't the scent tracking dogs able to find her location on the roof earlier in the search around the hotel? Yeah, this whole situation is honestly very tragic, but it's also just another one of the many mysteries about the Cecil Hotel. Anyways, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.
Yes, this is why I switched to injection-free weight loss.
I was